Hello and welcome. I'm your host Elizibar. This is Red, a Cyberpunk fairy tale, and it's a good book. I had a lot of fun reading this. I read it in 2 sessions. I read about half of it to the end of the first action sequence a couple of days ago, and then I just finished reading it just now. And it's really good. The first couple pages of the book are spent establishing setting, and you can see oh, it's the future. Oh, police brutality, great, so we live in a police state. We get this right away. It's really well done. It's a great example of show, don't tell, which is exactly how you're supposed to tell a story. We kind of get here to meet the main character. Look at her, looking all bad. I get a very Armitage kind of vibe from reading this book. And, there's groupies and pills and partying, and some guy comes in to kill some people. Boom! He's killing people! Oh, action sequence. The action sequence was great. Very Eastern-influenced art. You can see no background here. Lots of action lines. This is very Eastern. I'm watching this and I'm thinking, this is like an anime. Or a manga. Although manga is typically not this colorized. Or cel-shaded. The writing's mostly good. Oh man, there was somewhere in here where I think it was pretty early on where I saw a typo. I think there was a V in front of a word or something, but I'll never find it now that I'm actually looking for it, will I? Oh yeah, we get the little news program. It's Fox News or something. Stop resisting. Okay, I'll never find it. Though I've totally found a typo when I was reading this before. Anyway, action sequence. Naturally, she's the title character, so of course, she wins the fight. After a lot of struggle, she gets wounded. There's lots of fighting, lots of violence, gunplay, swords, knives, all sorts of crazy stuff. So what's going on is these people that are trying to kill her have this biological weapon that they use to terrorize people. That's totally their jam, And she works for private security, so she's a bodyguard for some people that were obviously the targets of the assassins. She wins. Talking. Here she is in the ambulance. The art's pretty good in most of these pages, and it looks really good. The writing is mostly really good. It never felt slow. I'm reading this. There was no real decompression. Every word bubble was important. There's a couple times where people didn't talk quite like real people, but that happens. Oh, here we are with some dudes flying somebody in at the Orchard Society Gentlemen's Social Club, where there's a bonfire, people hanging out, and giant statues. This is like the Bohemian Grove. These guys are the Illuminati. Turns out, her boss, who is apparently a serial killer. Oh, great. Spoilers. Her boss. Serial killing people. I mean, just an hour ago, this guy looked like a movie star. Ugh! What the frick, man? Ugh! Right? That's how I feel about that. And there's oh yeah, there he is with the blowtorch. I didn't notice that the first time I read this. I don't think I thought about what that was in his hand. And she's in the hospital. She's thinking about her grandma who gave her the red cape. Hence the name, Red. Nah. We get her backstory. She runs into her old boyfriend. Then they have some more chatting later on. We start setting up what's obviously the plot. Don't want to show anymore. Let's look at some sketchy stuff. The line work is really good. I don't have a lot to say about the plot in particular. This book was good fun. It was great to read. Very Armitage, very Cyberpunk. This is all straight up legit. I loved it. I would like to see this in motion, actually. I think it'd be really pretty as an actual animated feature film. But we're going to talk about the art, because this is my only complaint. Now, there are 2 artists on the book, and I checked to make sure when I was doing this and comparing the art, that I was comparing art from the same artist. So we're going to look at page 7 and then some page later on in page 70 or something. I got them flagged here, these little post-it flags. I love these things, man. They are awesome. If you've never used them, they are great for bookmarks because they come off without leaving any residue. It is so cool. There, we'll just leave that there. rotate the camera back down like this. But look at this line art. This is clean, isn't it? Look at it. The shading and sketchiness has mostly been erased. There's a little bit of it you can see in the shadows hanging out. In fact, let's just zoom in on his crotch, because the crotch has a lot of shadows. You can see like right here and that sweep over, there's like a little sketchiness. Like you can see the pencil work coming through just a little bit. But overall, it looks like a really great cel shaded piece. Now let's flip to back here, and let's take this sticky note off, and let's look at this page. It looks a lot sketchier, doesn't it? No, you don't agree? You don't think so? Let's just zoom in. That's a sketch. It's been colored, but it's a sketch. Her arm is a sketch. This dude back here is a sketch. His like stun baton or whatever isn't even colored all the way in. As the book went on, the art went from being good and consistently good to getting sketchier. You can kind of see a qualitative difference here, to sketchier, and then sketchier, and I lost my place where I had that page. Oh goodness. Are we ever going to find it again? Whatever, we're never going to find it again. But you see my point. You saw what I was trying to get at. That's my only complaint about the book. Well, I should also complain. Let's see, $13.99 USA, so just for mature readers. And since I ordered from the website, that was like $5 shipping on top of that. Ugh. Anyway, yeah. So the Lords of the Fourth Order, there's some suggestion from the boyfriend, or the ex-boyfriend, that they're working with the government. The Canis Corporation, who runs her little security firm that she works for, are developing the vaccine for the plague that the Fourth Order uses. Her boss is one of the Illuminati, so they're playing both sides. That's even alluded to when she's talking to her ex, who's a reporter. No, we don't care about that. Where's the thing? The panel I want. It's not in here. They must have just been told in dialogue. Oh no, wait, it's this page. I'm sorry. Blitz News, blah 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 blah. And so he's talking like, you know, the one guy over here is meant to distract the left wing, the other guy's meant to distract the right wing, and together these two guys on the same television show keep everybody distracted while the government increases its power. And you see this guy with the scar? He killed the ex-boyfriend's parents, or at least his mom, who worked for Mr. Canis's dad and was killed because she overheard some stuff. This is a bad time, guys. Jerks. No, I don't want to join your Skype call. I'm busy. Stop. Go away. There. Way to enter my review when we're 8 minutes in, right? Anyway, I guess I can show the last page because it's not a spoiler. It's just a surprise. Boom! There's a guy with a scar! And an American flag tie. So she's getting a visit from a guy from the State Department who is the person in question in the conspiracy. It's like the smoking man from X-Files. I want the next volume. Where's the next volume at? I want the next volume. I'll see you guys next time. This was a great book. I wish I didn't have to pay $5 shipping for it, but I think even for $20, I had enough enjoyment out of the 80 pages of solid art and solid material in here. I have some bones to pick with the art, but they're not big bones. I just wish the art had stayed consistently good. In fact, if I didn't know there were two artists working on this book, let's look at page 7, and then we'll look at like page 8, and we'll see if we notice like an appreciable difference. Or we can just look in here, because it goes all the way up to 24. So like this. Okay, looks great. If I sat down to study it, I'm sure I'd find a lot of differences, but this is as good of a shot as that action stuff. I mean, this is a still and not meant to be action, but qualitatively, like it's pretty much just as good. So I wouldn't have known if I hadn't been told that both of these fine people up here, right there, were both on artist duty. Like, I wouldn't have known. And that's Red, a Cyberpunk fairy tale. Check it out. URL redcomicbook.com. So you can get it there. You might be able to get it somewhere else because there's, a UPC here, so obviously it's meant to be sold in stores and stuff. I'll see you all next time. You have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.